Hello. I made a complete mess of the last video. I spent 20 minutes recording and it was just like mumbo jumbo, jumping back and forth between whatever and just like not making any sense at all, really. And I think the video should be authentic for sure, but at least more concise and more like, you know, congruent. I'm using big words now. How's that? Topic of the day. Here's a little introduction. Ready? Welcome back to my vlog, guys. This is number four. I guess this is a vlog podcast. I don't know. I don't know what anyone calls it. Self-help podcast, I've been told. I was going for diary or journal entry, but sure. Self-help podcast probably makes more sense. Topic of the day, topic of the night is I'm going to steal this one. I mentioned this in the last video that I recorded that I'm not going to post because it was garbage. It is so the title I'm stealing from a girl whose name is Kit Costello. She does like vlogs and stuff. She's a trans woman and very lovely outlook on stuff and very wonderful views on things. I've been listening to her when I go to the gym, or I like have her on the background and I'm playing chess or something. But anyways, topic of the day is performing through sadness. And then this one's my one. It's recognizing behavior, your behavior, someone else's behavior, and dealing with old habits. Because I got some old habits that really need dealing with. I'm doing pretty well with some, but maybe I should have written it down. That would have been smart. But yeah, performing through sadness. Yeah. What can I say? Get up and do what you need to do, buddies. Because I definitely need the motivation to do that. I think like some backstory is I don't have a great relationship with my dad, and although I don't have a great relationship with him and I don't speak to him anymore, I do carry a lot of the same traits that he does without realizing it or recognizing it. And then kind of like, it kind of always sends me for a loop because like I do things and I don't think about it and it's not even on my radar. And then someone will point out like, this is what your dad did. This is exactly how your dad acts. Your dad would say the same thing, like that kind of stuff. Like my mom especially, she says you sound like your dad and all that kind of stuff, and it's very heartbreaking to hear, and it doesn't feel good. Does not feel good, and it's just sad. And I wish I could realize what it is I'm doing before I do it, or realize whatever I am saying, like I definitely do try to like think about what I say before I say it now, but like it isn't enough. Like you can't teach an old dog new tricks, I guess. And and it's just I do definitely do things still that he does, and I'll try to be more proactive at not doing those things because it does affect me and it does affect other people. And I can only apologize for it. That's not true, actually. See? Hold on. You can apologize for it and you can change. And I will change and I will be better. I will do better. That's a little note to myself and anyone else who's listening, I guess. But yeah, definitely trying to separate myself from, being like that or being a certain way. I know like I've been a lot happier. Maybe happier is not the right word. I've been managing my sadness a lot better and my unhappiness a lot better. And I think like it gets hard when you get home, like when you're at your house by yourself, or when you're in bed and it's just you, and you know you don't have that forever person. It's just hard, and that's why I record now, which sucks because that's what Dad does. He records himself on YouTube, and I forgot, and I like couldn't, like, I didn't even think about it, and it just made it worse when when someone pointed it out. And like unintentionally being exactly like someone that you don't want to be like is a rough thing, and especially not realizing it makes it 10 times worse. So yeah, yeah, that's why I've been pretty put off of these videos lately. I didn't make one for like 3 days. Instead, I just drowned myself out, played some YouTube, watched some YouTube shorts, and played some chess and whatever, and didn't really do much these last few days. Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard to change things that you don't even know that you're doing. Like that is like very difficult to change something that you don't know that you're doing. Um, some would say the first step is realizing what you do. Disagree. You already know what you're doing. You already know what you're doing. You just don't know that you are doing it. If that makes sense. Is that don't know what you're doing? No, it's the other way. You know exactly what you're doing. No, you know exactly what it is. You just don't know that you are doing it. So, yeah, who cares? You know what I'm talking about. Oh. I think for me, my biggest thing has been patience. I thought I was a very patient person, but I clearly was not. Especially if it was about, you know, something that offends me, if that makes like obviously like, but not like oh you suck. It's more like something that affects me in a way that makes me realize my action, or how my action affects the other person, and like being honest about it. I've been a lot better at recognizing that a lot of the time it's not, well, yes, it is about what you did, but it's about being honest about it and taking accountability. Oh, what am I talking about? I talk about this every single time. I don't know. I'm rusty. It's been 3 days. I had a good 3 days, then I had a bad 3 days. So this is going to be a very good 3 days coming up now. So we'll see. Maybe, nah. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't put much thought into this one. I usually think about things during the day and keep note of things, and um oh, I just thought of something that made me sad. I try to think of something to talk about, and try to like reset. Um, Bought a shirt. I don't know. If I mentioned that already, but I bought a shirt. Went to Fitzroy Market yesterday, day before. I went to Fitzroy Market, and yeah, it's quite a nice shirt. It's got like some bow ties and stuff on it. And I usually don't buy clothes. I'm more of a same two pants, same three shirts kind of guy. But I figured I'd buy a shirt, add something to the wardrobe. So now I've got one button up. Got one button up now. I've got a party coming up. I've got a farewell party coming up, and the theme is Sex in the City. What the fuck do people in Sex in the City wear? What do people wear? Or 90s themed, I think. I don't know what people in the 90s wear either. It's like the Bee Gees? No. Is that the 80s? I don't know. 90s, I don't know. I'm making a big fat mess out of this one, so maybe I do a short one. Yeah, no. Ah, serious topic time. This is back to performing through sadness. Little branch off topic. It's a very sad topic, and I've got no one to talk to about it. But like, it was something I thought about, and I just want to get it off my chest. I watched Dead Poet Society, and spoilers. Sorry, spoilers if no one's watched that yet. Spoilers. It touches on the topic of suicide, and in the movie, something happens to someone. I'm not going to say who, well, when, or why, but something happens to someone, and like it happens so quickly, like so quickly. The guy's he's lively. He's got dreams. He's got aspirations. He's fun. He's caring, and then one thing went wrong, and he thought the best thing to do was kill himself, and it's just, oh god, the topic of suicide gives me like goosebumps. Like, it's cold right now, but like it genuinely gives me goosebumps because it's such a devastating topic. And like, usually I find it okay to talk about whatever. I can talk to a brick wall about any subject whatsoever. Like, I will entertain any conversation whatsoever. Suicide, difficult subject. I have also struggled with suicidal thoughts. So like watching the movie, it kind of not triggered something, but it's just like made me rethink about stuff again. And this is what I wanted to get off my chest is I, for the longest time, hand on heart, I'll say this, swear my mum's life, I, for the longest time, since I was a kid, I always thought that there were two ways I'd die. One is in a car crash, and then the other is by killing myself. And I don't know why, but I always thought like it ended at somewhere like 30, 40 maybe. But like 30s, I don't know why. It's like a premonition. Like I'm fine and I'm happy, and I just think that like something's gonna happen where I'll snap and I'll do something that, you know, I won't see to regret, if that makes sense. Like if I do something that I would regret, then I would be alive for it. But I think like, I always thought I would do something that I wouldn't see to regret. And I don't know where it came from, but it's always been there. Like it's like a big just like shadow on the backside of my brain. When I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm sad, I'm like in a hole. And I try not to be sad at all. Obviously, like I can be upset about things, like, being upset's okay, but being sad is different. And I think the number one thing I get sad about is, I think it comes from my own, like, not insecurity, but I think I just have a minuscule, no, that's not the word. I have a smaller impact on people's lives than I like to give myself credit for. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, like, I feel like I either contribute nothing or I contribute negatively in the long run to people's lives, and it doesn't feel good, and it makes me feel terrible about myself almost all the time that I think about it. Well, not almost all the time, sorry, all the time whenever I think about it. And I don't know, like, I was talking about like the difference between embarrassment and shame, and like I just feel so ashamed of myself and who I am, and if I'll stay the same way, if I'm changing, like what like if I'm still doing things that I don't even recognize are like, toxic, or if I'm still doing things that, you know, I'm doing that remind me of someone that I don't want to be, then how do I change that? And like I am trying new things, but there's a lot of self doubt I think I have in my head, and a lot of insecurity within myself, and kind of like faking it till you make it, I guess. Like I do think like maybe I'll end up like that kid from that movie where, I'm happy, I'm fine, over the moon, or doing things I enjoy, and then something happens, and then I just snap and I, do something. And I always thought that it would come when I was 30. And there's like a heaviness in my heart that I get scared because I do still think it will happen. And I do have these thoughts from time to time, and I have struggled with this kind of stuff a lot. But I don't want to dwell on it too much. The more I dwell on it, the like, not schizo, the more I dwell on it, the harder it is to focus on what's happening right now. I'm trying to live in the now, live in the present, try not to, you can't change what's already happened. You can only be sorry for it and move forward and never do it again, which I will try to do. But yeah, like, scares me. I scare myself a lot of the time, like, I don't trust my decisions, and I don't trust myself when I don't trust myself to not make some decisions. Yeah, but that's where you got support for. You got friends and family, and you can always talk to people who care about you or that you care about. Sometimes it's not both ways. I would know, but yeah, I think it's just tough topic for sure. But anyways, moving on. Yeah, no, actually not moving on. I wanted to get that off my chest. I'm gonna lie down because I did abs yesterday, and my abs are so sore. And my back's getting sore. My hips are tight, so I can't cross my legs for that long. Just problem after problem over here. What was I saying? No, I won't move on because it is a tough topic, and it is something that I've wanted to get off my chest for a long time. That I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why, but like, I feel like I've promised myself that I would do it. And like, obviously I don't want to, and obviously, like, whatever. And I do think it's like, no offense to anyone, but I think it's like a mentally ill way of thinking of it. Is like, oh, you said you're going to do it before, so you need to stick with your promises. Like, it's stupid, but like, there's like this urge. I don't know how to explain it. There's like this thing. I feel compelled to see it through. And yeah, I don't know, like, weird. And obviously I don't want to, and I just don't want to think about it. But yeah, I have been trying to be out of the house. I have been trying to do things different. I have been trying to kind of not stay in that hole that is like sadness, and stay in that hole that is depression, and live life a little bit. Like, there are plenty of things I can name that don't make me happy, and there are probably a ton of things that would make me happy had I learned to appreciate them or to notice them, and not be so stuck on things that don't make me happy. What doesn't make me happy? What does not make me happy? Slow walkers. I am a slow walker. So if you're walking slower than me, you have a problem. You literally have a problem if you walk slower than me. I literally walk like someone slowed down time on my legs. So if you're walking slower than that, like, we have issues. Second thing, loud people in public, but not like slightly, like, a little bit funny loud, but like people who are just like loud. Like, come on, do you not have anywhere to be? Go be loud there. I'm just saying. What else does not make me happy? Controversial one. Uber Eats drivers? Sorry, but what do you mean? Like, you can't bring my food, from one store to my house? What do you mean? Why are you driving 6 different ways? Why are you picking up 5 different orders? Why is my food frozen again by the time we get here? Yes, I am a Karen when it comes to Uber Eats drivers because I order so much of it, and it's always fucked. What does that mean? Does that mean that I should probably be getting groceries? Yeah. Does it mean that I should be saving money? Yeah. Does it mean I'm going to stop doing it? No. I'm hungry and I want McDonald's. Jeez. Get a grip, guys. 2026. What was I going to say? Yeah. There's plenty more that makes me unhappy that I will not name, because if I think about it too much, I'll like start twinking out. But things that do make me happy, I love talking. I love having a conversation, and there are some people that when I do have a conversation with them, I overthink everything, and it's hard to. I get scared to scare them away. I'll just say that much. I get scared to scare them away because I'm scared of losing them, and I'm scared of I'm scared to give them. I'm scared to give them any more reason to not have a conversation with me, and like it stops me from being myself for sure, but there are some things that I would do, and there are some things that I wouldn't do to, you know, keep someone talking to me. But yeah, I guess that's me lying to myself, not being true to myself, and I am going back on what I said in like the last things is like be honest with you and be honest with yourself and with other people, but it's hard. It's very, very hard. People do appreciate honesty more, but I guess this is something I need to work on. Like I'm not perfect and I'm trying to, make as many changes to myself for myself. But, you know, maybe it is toxic for me, but like it's toxic for me to lie in that way. Um, yeah. No, I'm saying that all wrong. I'm saying that all wrong. No one's asking me to. No one's asking me to do this. No one's asking like, um, yeah. What am I talking about? See, I'm doing it now. I'm going a bit crazy. I'm gonna put a transition in there. Next topic. Next topic is so performing through sadness. I can't remember if I said this already, but there is a no. I think I did. There's a quote from a deer that says, "It's okay to be sad, but don't stay there too long." Very simple. Very, very simple. And I feel like I don't know. Like sometimes I think I'm not there anymore. Then I sit with myself and I'm like, "Fuck! I never left." You know what I mean? Just never left, and that realization hits so hard. Where you think you're better, but you're not, or you think you've changed, but you haven't, and you know it's just hard. I don't want to be someone that I don't want to be, and I don't want to not realize it, if that makes sense. I want to be able to change, and I want to be able to be myself without actually being someone else, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to be like my dad, and I don't want to do things that he does. It's just sad, I guess. But it is part of life, and we must move on. No, I have not healed, guys. I've done very good at telling myself I've healed, but I've not healed. Like, I've not healed from the person I was or still am, or like, I think like, I hurt myself a lot as well. Like I've hurt people a lot more, and I've hurt myself as well. And like, it just sucks. Like, fuck, I just wish I was a different person, really. I wish I could take everything I knew now and take it back and change it all and fix everything. I wish I just was like kinder and more thoughtful. I am now, I think, but like saying that I am doesn't mean that I actually am. And like, who am I to say that? It should be other people that say that. I shouldn't have to convince the world that I am. It should just come naturally. But anyways, um, what was the other one? Performing through sadness and recognizing behavior. That was the one. I spent a lot of time recognizing behavior. I've been taught a lot of things that, the way I'm behaving and what it means, and I should be more thoughtful about some other stuff. Like, yeah, like it's crazy how much, you know, emotional maturity that I had left to, to grow and all that kind of stuff. I was saying this in my last video, or the video before. It was like, I got into a relationship when I was 22. 22, I'm 24 now. Turning 25. I stopped maturing and I stopped growing when I got into that relationship. I was the same dumb, young, careless, mean, stubborn person that I was for the entire 2 years of the relationship. I was, and like, I didn't realize how heavily I depended on my ex-girlfriend for everything until I like it all went away, and it was all my fault. Like, I didn't realize how much I had to grow and how much I had to change as a person, because like, like, I don't know if it sounds stupid, but like, I just didn't see. I was so caught up in myself. Um, yeah, I won't talk about it too much, I guess, but I might keep it. I want to keep talking, but I'm running out of things to talk about because I don't want to say anything that I don't like. I don't want to say anything I'm not confident in explaining, because I suck at explaining. So if I can't explain it properly, then I won't say it. Or maybe I should, even if it's a mumbo jumbo. I don't know. No. I think a big part of growing is recognizing how terrible you were as a person, or maybe that you still are. And I don't want, like, I'm accepting that. Like, I don't want to, I'm accepting that. I just don't know what to do. Is this like, is a part of it? Like, would I, if I was the same person, would I have accepted that I was a terrible person? Or would I have been too stubborn and in denial and like full of lies to accept that? Like, is even entertaining the idea a sign that I'm changing, or what? I don't know. But it's giving me the heebie-jeebies, and I'm cold, and I want to get in bed, and I'm sad again because I'm thinking about things that, some people have said, and it sucks. It's very hard. So yeah, maybe I will give it a little rest. 28 minutes isn't bad. Next one, I'll see if I can do double the time. Have more to think about and talk about. So yeah, that's it. Not great. Sorry, guys.